Hello, it's time for the fifth model in Jun Maekawa's book, Genuine Origami. You'll see I've already pre-creased this. You'll actually see me creasing this paper in the last video, the one on the origami conch, which I very much encourage you to take a look at. I'll just show, once again, how to third a piece of paper, basically by approximation. What you want to do is start folding your paper, but do not crease it. Just kind of inch it forward until it looks like this piece of paper that's going over is about as wide as this piece of paper that's uncovered. I think I've got it about here. Then I like to put in a little crease and then flip it over, bring that other piece of paper over to my crease. Then, depending on how good I was at eyeballing it, we'll see if this lines up to being about 3 points of the same area. You'll see I'm pretty close. Close enough, in fact, that I'd be comfortable calling this a third. If you aren't close, because you didn't make a full crease, you can always just go back, make a new crease, adjust it. In this case, I think I did a pretty good job. So that is the third. And trisecting this piece of paper was actually step 1. We're going to go ahead and get started on step 2 now. This paper is all about the color change. That's actually the theme of this model, is inside out, talking about the color change. So this is one of the very few pieces in the book where I'd say 2 colored paper is required, because that is the point of this model. If you don't have 2 colored paper, you can still fold this and then just color in the parts that need color on your own. This one's a little festive, so it'll be fun for Christmas coming up. But anyways, step 2 is folding the piece of paper diagonally. 2 colored paper is really good at letting you know if you messed up folding a piece of paper in half, because if you did mess up, you'll see white. You'll see that there's no white on this side, no white on that side, so that's how I know I've perfectly matched up these corners. Now, just coming in and pushing this folds on through. See, my paper is not a perfect square. That's kind of the trouble with this cheap paper, especially me living in a humid area. You'll see that there's a little bit of white overlap, as oftentimes papers that are cut into perfect squares elsewhere in the world, if the humidity is different where you live, the paper will warp ever so slightly. That's okay though. This is just for learning. With that being said here, let's go ahead and get started on step 3. Now that we've made this half, we're going to go ahead and fold this piece down to your third vertical third. I apologize for the slightly different angle. I had to go check on something. Let's go ahead and continue though. That being said here, we're going to go ahead and bring this point up to meet that point there. I know it's a little easier for me because I made squares of thirds instead of just lines of thirds. You'll still be able to see this point because this line will still exist on your model. And feel free to make a 3x3 grid as well. I think that would make the model easier. Definitely is making it a little easier for me. Now, that was step 4, which I forgot to label. I'm putting these numbers here more so it's better for my my editing. But now we're on to step 5. Step 5 being that we are going to bring this piece of paper in right there. And because it's not a perfect square, I'm not gonna get a perfect fold here. There's some white showing, there's some overlap. That's okay. Next up is step 6. Step 6 being about a third of the way down. This is kind of a judgment fold. We're gonna fold this down. There's no real reference points. It's just what you feel in your heart should be. For me, I think this looks good. Though he did say a third of the way down, so it should go a little over this flap. So actually, right there, I think it looks good to me. This is gonna be old Saint Nick's beard. Now we are on. I gotta get a better setup, oh my gosh. Now we are on step 7. We're gonna bring these two edges down to here and wherever the top one ends up. Most importantly, we're gonna bring this down to here. Interestingly enough, in trying to bring it down here, I'm not going to get a perfectly vertical line as we would want. That's totally fine. This is a more judgment fold type of model as well. So go ahead and do that. And then we're going to reverse this fold in step 8, which we just did. Gosh, I make the worst tutorials ever. I'm so sorry. Luckily, I mean, I really don't think anyone's going to be viewing this one. This is not a hard model. Well, with that being said, here, finish step 8, and wow, our Santa's looking not good. Woo! Okay, this is my last piece of red and white paper, so that I've got to publish this. Oh no. Oh well. Step 9, we're flipping our piece of paper over, and then we are taking this point, putting it on this line. There we go. And letting this flap fly out as it did, because this is going to be Mr. Man's bag. Next, we're going to bring this edge to this line and then open it back up. So go ahead, bring that edge to that line. And this is step 10, by the way. Oof. I hope you guys will forgive me if I give up on editing putting these steps in the comment. I mean, I really hope nobody watches this at this point. This is a disaster. I apologize, but yes, that was step 10. Haha. Next, we're going to do a swivel fold. Done a couple of these so far. Basically, what it is it's bringing a flap down while folding back on another pre-existing crease. So we're going to fold this down. That looks like we're going to do our best to keep it parallel to the feet here, while opening that fold back up. And that was step 11. Oh my goodness. Guess who forgot to put step 11 there? Uh-oh. Gosh. Wow. Where's my other one? Oh my goodness. Holy schmoly. Step 11, guys. Shoot. Next up, we are on step 12. This is embarrassing. But I only have one piece of red paper left. I've only got one shot at this. Maybe I'll upload this one on request and I'll just to redo it when it's time for that. We're gonna refold this and tuck it under. Looks like we're gonna take this part here in step 12 and tuck that in. And then we're gonna fold his little tootsie out. And bam, you know what? That doesn't look too bad. That's our Santa. Look, guys. Even though what I was going for in the tutorial didn't look right, it just goes to show when you think the fold is going wrong, everything is still fine because you're still having fun and you're still able to pull through as long as you can follow the instructions. He's a little off center, but that is it. That is our Santa. And with that, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do not share this one. All right.